a lot of jobs have benefits in place for you to start that on your own. They will set you up with the 401k or 403b, some type of health plan, some type of insurance, so that as you are making this money, they're almost like pushing you towards putting money aside, right? Like, I think even if you set up your 401k and you don't choose where to allocate your money, the fact that they're still pulling money out of your check for you, and in some cases matching that so that you can grow your 401k, is just one of the many benefits of working that 9 to 5 while you are working on your dream. But outside.
Disclaimer: the insights and opinions shared on this show are for educational and entertainment purposes only. Before making any financial decisions, we recommend consulting with a qualified professional to better understand your unique financial situation. Welcome to the Investors Playbook Show, where our mission is clear: empowerment through financial education. We firmly believe that financial freedom isn't a privilege. It's a right that's available to everybody. Each week, we dive deep into the world of finances, breaking down complex topics and making them accessible and actionable for everyone. As we grow this community, we invite you to join us on this journey. Why tune in? Because together, we're not just learning about wealth, we're building a movement, reshaping futures, and proving that with the right knowledge, financial success is within everyone's reach. It's time to get off the sidelines. Let's go.
Welcome to Investors Playbook, episode 39. I'm Cornell Rowan.
I'm Deshaun Edwards. We got another exciting episode for you today. First, we want to make sure that we keep these announcements going. Invest Fest is getting closer and closer, man. We are almost in June. As y'all know, we will be at Invest Fest in August. So if you are planning on attending, please pull up. I think it's going to be an amazing event. We'll have tons of financial literacy conversations happening at the booth. Come check us out, man.
Yeah, so I'm definitely looking forward to Invest Fest. It's probably be the biggest event that we vendored at. So that's
Absolutely.
big for us, and I'm really looking forward to meeting as many people as I can. To be honest, I think that's the biggest thing, just making those connections. And yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, exactly, man. Also, in the news, before we dig into the meat and potatoes of this episode, we got to talk about some of these financial topics. Nvidia hitting $1,000.
Crazy.
Nvidia earnings just happened, and it tipped the scale, man. It's now over $1,000, and that is it's pretty wild. We talk about Nvidia a lot. We talk about tech stocks a lot, but this particular one has been doing numbers for the past, really for a while now. It's just been stair stepping up. Um, I don't know where this stock is gonna go. Oh, actually, it was Nvidia the one that said that they're gonna do a split.
Yes, they're doing a 10-for-1 split.
Yeah,
That's what shot it up. Yeah, so Nvidia's doing a 10-for-1 split. And what else is going on? Also,
yeah.
Ethereum
Mhm.
spot ETFs were approved. So
Yeah,
just like Bitcoin, which happened earlier in the year, now Ethereum
yeah,
has been approved. So I'm expecting big things to happen with crypto, especially with people now able to invest it in different mutual funds, different ETFs within their portfolios. And I can't wait until it gets into like 401ks and 403bs in retirement systems. So we'll see. Yeah, we'll see what happens.
yeah, man. A lot of crazy stuff happened this past week. A lot of exciting things happened this past week for sure. So, again, as always, we want to keep y'all updated on things that happen as they come. So, ETFs or um, Ethereum ETFs, spot ETFs, and Nvidia were two of the biggest things that happened this week, man. So continue watching, stay up. All right. So now, what we talking about today, Cornell?
All right, so I think this is an important conversation because a lot of people don't like their job. Let's just be realistic. A lot of people don't like their job, so they look at the fastest way to be able to leave their job.
Mhm.
or they create a business and they kind of YOLO it and just jump and take this huge leap of faith into their business. So
Yeah.
I, we just wanted to talk about the benefits of having your job and how you can leverage your job to get to where you really want to be in life.
Mhm. Yeah, man, I think it's a very important topic because when you're talking to a lot of people, they equate their job as something that's holding them back. You know what I mean? Like they see their job as something that's taking up all their time, taking up all their resources, taking up all their knowledge. And that's the reason why they can't get to where they're going, is because their job is the thing that's holding them back. But if you really think about it, right? Like the one thing that's actually investing, as far as giving you money so that you can do the things that you need to do, like invest in other entities, start that LLC that you want to start building this nest egg, is your job. Like that is your investor. They are paying you so that you can go do these other things. You got to switch the narrative up a bit, you know? And a lot of people, they get in this woe is me mindset where they're like, man, like you said, I hate my job. I don't like my job. It's holding me back. I'm going to quit because I want to follow my dreams. That's fine. But what happens if your dreams don't pan out? And I'm not trying to be a negative, a Debbie Downer or nothing like that, but you always want to kind of keep that bit of safety net, that plan B, so that when you do start seeing your dreams pan out, you can go ahead and comfortably let go of the job that you dislike so much. But until then, you're supposed to leverage what's happening, leverage the amount of money you're getting from your job, and figure out a way to still utilize the time you have to start building towards the things that you want to do. That's my opinion, personally.
Yeah, and just to hit on two things. I do feel like there's a huge misconception when it comes to jobs because, and one really big misconception that kind of makes me mad a little bit. People
Hmm.
feel like your job is your yearly income. You see
Yeah.
what I'm saying? They
Mhm.
equate whatever you make at your full-time job to be what and you don't make anything more than that. What people have to realize is there are a lot of people out here with other forms of income. Just because they
Right.
have that job that pays that amount, that does not mean that that's how much they make in a year. That's just how much
Mhm.
that job is paying them in a year. So people have
Right.
this really in the box mindset of like salary, and it just being an end all be all. And also, when it comes to the pan out, I'm the type that thinks, okay, as long as you work for your dream's going to pan out. There is no, but the thing is, don't leave yourself vulnerable only focusing on your dream. You have to be able to multitask because if you put 100% into your dream and it's not panning out at the time that you need it to, and then you end up broken, and it has this domino effect where it's affecting your credit score. You can't pay your bills. You can't fix your car when you need to. It gets really bad. So you got to have that career, that job well, it's easier. You don't have to do anything, but it's
Mhm.
easier to have that job that's going to invest into those things. Because now you can have that stable living, and you can fund your dream as it takes off, and you don't have to just be like, okay, hey, I'm quitting this job and I'm just going to give it all to this. If it doesn't work, I'm just doomed.
Right. And
Which
it's
is crazy.
it's not even like it's not the easy things that people are trying to do. Like they will quit their job because they want to be a I don't know. It can be like some athlete, it can be some music, it could be an artist, it could be a job that is or a career or a dream that's not always like a lot of people try and do it, but a lot of people don't succeed at it. It'll be one of those type of dreams, right? It
We're
won't
less
be
than 1% of the
yeah.
population
Yeah.
achieves. Yeah.
Yeah, and then when we say like achieve it well, you know what I mean? Because like you said, there are lots of ways to make money now, especially with technology and how things are moving. You don't have to make money the typical way of trading your time. You can set things, put them on automation. Um, but yeah, I think that is one of the biggest issues, bro. Is you ending your money making investor, quitting your job, and then doing something that, like you said, less than 1% of the population even achieves successfully. So if that is going to be your plan, one, you got to have a realistic goal. You got to have something that is not going to be a roll of the dice, right? Where you're kind of depending on other people to pretty much make your dream pan out. You got to have some things in place to make sure that whatever you're attempting to do, there's a realistic, and not only that, but time bound, because once things start to pile up and there's no way to pay for it, that's what, like you said, the domino effect starts to happen. And now the time that you want to spend working on your craft, you have to spend doing odd jobs to pay for things like your car or your rent, or to, like, make sure that you got food. So it starts to create this almost one step forward, or intentional one step forward but four steps back, because now you don't have that regular income coming in. So yeah, you definitely got to think about it holistically, why, before you make a decision like quitting your job, right? And like we're both saying, don't not follow your dreams. Just do it in a um, what's the best word to use for that? Like a, I don't
Um,
want to say realistic fashion, but just
just
a,
do it in something that doesn't land you on the street. You see what I'm saying, or
yeah,
in someone
exactly,
else's pocket. Do it in
exactly.
do it in a sensible way.
That's it.
So
That's one of the best words. Yeah, sensible. Yeah.
yeah, so yeah, and what people don't realize is with the average paying job, it's very possible to become a millionaire with an average paying job.
Hmm.
It's very possible. It's really all about budgeting and discipline. So with this, a lot of people do not take, like, when they get a paycheck, they're not taking anything and putting it aside like in the assets and things like that. They get a paycheck, they spend it all, and then they get to the next paycheck, they spend it all. There's no progress.
Right.
So with this, it's like this cycle of doom that people are going into, and they're like, "Oh, I hate my job," but you're not doing anything to get out. You're not doing anything to fund your dream or to even get you to retire early. Uh, you're kind of just doing the same thing. So how do you expect to get away from that?
Right. They're in this circle complaining about it, but not changing anything. They they're saying words, they're manifesting, but they're not executing on the things. You feel me?
Manifesting, manifest. We got
They're
to get into
manifesting.
that.
They're
Yes.
manifesting, but that's the extent, right? They manifest and they manifest and they say it out loud and they tell themselves words in the mirror, but they don't they don't execute, man. So um yeah, outside of your job paying you, not even like you're using that for your own benefit. Like a lot of jobs have benefits in place for you to start that on your own. Like they will set you up with the 401k, a 403b, some type of retirement account, some type of health plan, some type of insurance, so that as you are making this money, they're almost like not really making you, but pushing you towards putting money aside, right? Like I think even if you set up your 401k and you don't choose where to allocate your money, the fact that they're still pulling money out of your check for you, and in some cases matching that so that you can grow your 401k, is just one of the many benefits of working that 9 to 5 while you are working on your dream. But outside of that, taking that money, starting your own retirement account, opening up your own IRA, opening up your own brokerage account, and putting money in there yourself that you're still getting paid for. Another addition to what you can do to start building your nest egg. But
Yes. Yes.
I
I'm
wanted to
sorry,
just hit
man.
that before we
I
move, but go ahead. Let's go, bro.
I have to backtrack and go back to this manifesting thing. So, and I know what I've realized is in today's age, there are a lot of people on the manifesting. That's a very popular thing right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
for me, because recently I had a job interview, right? And everybody's saying you got it, right? Claim it, speak it into existence. And I'm just like, my mind does not work like that. For me, I feel like that's setting yourself up for, like, of course, I'm going to do the best that I can in anything that I do. I'm gonna give it 100%. I'm not gonna do any less because I don't know if I have the position. But people will say, claim it, and me saying that is what gets me the position. I just don't believe that. I feel like it's the work that I put in, it's the preparation that I put together before this moment. And if I get that opportunity, I deserve it above anyone else.
Mhm.
I can't claim anything that's out of my hands. If someone else is making the decision, I can't say, "Oh, that's mine."
You know what I think it is though? I believe that people say that, and the reason they say that is because a lot of how we handle things like interviews or like say a test that we take or something that's important, there's a mindset that you kind of need to be in when you go and do these things. And I feel like saying it out loud or claiming it builds this sense of confidence so that when you are in that situation, you aren't doubting yourself so much. It's not necessarily saying, this is mine, I know I got it. It's more like, I feel very confident in myself about this situation. So I'm not going to go in worried. I'm not going to go in thinking that I'm going to mess up or trip over my words. That's what I think that's happening,
But
right? When people are
no,
saying,
but this is after the interview. So what is that doing? You see what I'm saying?
oh,
And
no, no, no. I'm talking like before.
and
Like,
and why not just say those words?
yeah,
Hey, you're built for this. You are the best for this position and you deserve this. You see what I'm
right.
saying? Instead of, oh, that job is yours. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? There's a difference in that.
Yeah. Cause I mean, different situation, but same situation. I had a job interview last year and I I did what you're talking about, manifested it, claimed it, said I had it. What I didn't do was prepare, and I didn't get the job. You feel me? So preparation beats claiming it any day. Like you have to actually prepare. It was almost overconfidence I had,
Yeah.
and that's because of the best thing you got it. I knew me. Like there was no didn't happen though. So even though I was telling myself those things, without preparation, it didn't matter. Without me preparing for the job, without me sitting down and asking myself the type of questions that I thought that they were going to ask me and actually having an answer. Because even the feedback that I got, it was like, we asked you a question, you answered it in a way that, you know, we we had to ask you the question again because your answer didn't really answer the question. And I'm like, dang. And these are questions that I received in the email like 3 weeks prior. All I had to do was sit down and prepare. You know what I mean? Not manifest it, not claim it, not. So it's I mean, you gotta have preparation, even without manifesting. You can throw that out the window, but if you don't prepare, bro, don't matter. That's like
And
with a lot of things in life. Go ahead.
And I feel like that state of mind will hurt me a whole lot more
Yeah.
than me saying, okay, I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna give this the best that I can. And I know that I am certified for this position. I have the knowledge it takes to be efficient in this position. Like me going in with that mindset and just saying I'm gonna give it the best I can. If they don't pick me, then it's a loss on them. You see what I'm saying? I feel like me going in with that mindset is way healthier than going in thinking, "Hey, I got this. This is my job," and then you mess around and don't get it. You see what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. Talk about healthy. That is a strike to the ego, bro. When you go in
yeah,
knowing that you're gonna get the job and you not getting it, yeah, it definitely can knock you down a couple of notches. So your approach is what I think one of the best. Going in, doing the best that you can do, giving it your all, and saying what, que sera, sera. What will be, bro. If I get it, I get it. If I don't, I don't. And that be it. But not
and
putting
learn from it.
yourself on this.
and learn from it.
Mm.
Not that's it. You're
Oh
learning
yeah,
from
exactly.
each step. Every no, you're learning from each one. Because guess what? Every interview, I got better, and eventually, I
Yeah.
got the job. You see what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
when I get that no, I'm asking people, hey, so what could I have done better? You know, where did I fall short in this interview? So that the next one, guess what? You know what to say. You've been here before.
Exactly.
So it's not just it's not just a no, okay, whatever, next one I'm gonna do the same thing. No, you're gonna keep getting no's. You have to improve, you have to adapt, you have to
Yep.
evolve. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And that's the biggest,
Exactly. Yeah. And that is how you make more money on your job.
and
All
that's how
right.
you
And
make
that's
more money on your job.
that is how you make more money on your job. That's how you're able to invest in your dreams. But you got to go to these interviews and you got to prepare for these interviews. And when you go in there and be like, man, look, I prepared for this. I'm going to give it my best. Got a new job. Now you got a new salary. And boom, you can start investing into your future even more. You feel me?
Yes.
So, yeah, it all is connected. It's all connected. And another thing that I think that we wanted to hit on was people who, yeah, who don't really progress at their job. Like they don't quit their job, but they also don't move ahead in their job because they're too busy, like, building their dream on the side. And I'm talking building, like moving forward in your job by taking time to, if you need more education, going to go get like another degree, going to get a certification so that you can increase your salary so you can do more with that money. Go ahead.
So you said something, and I just
Hmm.
wanted to all right. So you said they're not progressing because they're doing something on the side. Most of the people that I see at these jobs and not progressing are not doing anything else. They're not
That
doing anything else. It's people that are comfortable, and then when you ask them about like something further, they're like, "Nah, I wouldn't want that responsibility and stuff like that." I know that you've seen that type of people, those type
I
of people.
have, bro. I have.
Nah, I wouldn't want to deal
Yeah.
with X, Y, and Z about that
I just
job,
want to. I just want to keep working. Just want to keep my head down and keep working. I'm like, okay,
brother.
okay, if that's what you want to do, man. But life is getting more and more expensive, right? Like you gotta eventually change the amount of money you make, and it gotta be more than 2-3% a year. Like it has to be more than that because that's what these raises are, between 3 and 5%. Unless you get some crazy bonus, which if all you're doing is keeping your head down and working, probably not. You probably gonna get the regular merit bonus of 3-5%. I don't know how it works at your job, but yeah, it's normally like around that, unless you do something extraordinary. Uh, Not extraordinary, but something like you do good, you might get a bit more. But for the most part, if you just work and keep your head down, the amount of money you make each year won't equal the amount of inflation that's happening like each year. It just won't cut it.
And then
So
a good thing to do is when you get these increases, yeah, things get more expensive, but don't add more to the expenses on top of that.
yeah.
So a lot of people, when they get the money, they think, oh, now I can afford more expensive things.
Mhm.
But this is your opportunity to not raise your expenses and put more money into investments, put more money into things that you're going to see in the future. Because I promise you, 30 years from now, that car is not going to matter. Cars, you're not going to be driving that same car. You're not going to have those clothes. You're not going to have those shoes.
You're not gonna have the same priorities. I feel like in 30 years, what's important to you now, it's gonna change. I just imagine that it would. It might not, but there's a good chance that what's important to you now will not be as important in the next 30 years. You could get married, you could have kids, you could move to a different, what I mean? It's like so many things can change in 30 years. So preparing for whatever that is, right? Being able to start now, leveraging the increases, like you said, to start doing things like investing and putting money towards a life that you see in 30 years. Because money is always going to be around. That's one thing that I feel like. I mean, who knows? But I feel like money is always going to be around,
Some
bro.
type of
There's
currency. It might not be the US dollar, but it's going to
might
be
not be
something.
the US dollar. Yeah, you're gonna have to have something to pay for and fund the things that you want to do, the life you want to live. It's not. It's been around for a long time. I don't imagine currency, like going poof. So you could prep by as you get these increases. Go ahead. What you about to say?
Oh no, I just was gonna say going poof.
Yeah.
Continue.
Yeah. But no, I mean it's very important to make sure that if you do have a job that's paying you decent, that you leverage it correctly. Again, that job can be your investor. You feel me? Let that job invest in your future for you through many means, right? Paying you, um, starting your first retirement, whatever the case may be.
And acquiring new skills. Like I've
Oh
seen people
yeah.
do smart things. And Deshaun, you're doing this also.
Hmm.
They're taking the skills that they're acquiring that they're building through their career. And I'm doing it also like with teaching and leadership, things of that nature. But they're taking these skills and they're branching off into their own business.
Hmm.
And they're using those skills within their business in order to create revenue and profit.
Yeah.
So don't just do your job and not learn anything from it just to make a check to spend all the check on clothes and stuff.
Yeah.
Use your job as your investor through knowledge, through funds, just through growth, period.
That's
Yeah.
it. I think that's you hit it, bro. A lot of people, the jobs that they're working, if they don't like it, then their dream or whatever they want to do is not going to even be remotely close to that, right? Like, so I do cybersecurity, and I also like to talk about cybersecurity. I also like to talk about STEM education. So outside of my job, I'm also helping other people learn about cybersecurity, like you mentioned, and it's one of the things that I enjoy doing. Um, and I'm definitely learning a lot on my job. I'm able to take that knowledge, convert it, and be like, "Hey, did you know about this new thing, this new vulnerability?" So what you said, I think, is extremely important, bro. We do talk about finances, and that is like one of the clearest things to see in regards to your job being able to fuel and fund your future. But the amount of knowledge and experience you get from work is also important, man. Yeah, I think you hit it with that one, bro.
For sure, for sure.
Yeah.
So yeah,
All right.
I think this
So
is pretty good.
I
I
do
like
too. I personally feel like this was a good episode. I think people I hope people watch this and get some listen to it and get something from it. And because a lot of people are teetering on that, man, I might quit my job. I might because it's not really helping me. But just take a second and think about it and be like, all right, do I really want to quit this job? If I do, what am I gonna do to make money? How am I gonna, fund my life? And
yeah.
then if I'm going to be able to fund it for this long, what happens when I run out of this money? How long is it going to take me to kickstart my dream? How soon can I replace that income? You know? So before deciding to quit, figure out how you're going to replace that income. And if you can say, I can replace the income in 2 weeks, or if you already replaced the income, shoot, by all means, do what you need to do. But if you're talking, you don't know what you're going to do, or you're going to start your journey after you quit your job, I don't know. Because there is no way that you could just promise and act. Well, I mean,
Not gonna
everyone's different, but you can't just be like, I'm gonna make this much money in this amount of time and then make it happen. You gotta. It's better to have those things in place already.
yeah.
You feel me?
Just it's just
Yeah.
an a easier way of doing it.
Hmm.
But nah,
Yeah.
I think that was good. And as always, y'all can find us at Investors Playbook LLC on
Mhm.
all social media handles. You can also catch our podcast on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. And all of our links are on our website, our dope website, www.investorsplaybookllc.com. Check us out.
All right. We love y'all as always. See y'all next week.
Peace.
Peace out.